Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of the SpandexCast, where we occasionally talk about Power Rangers and Super Sentai. So today it's kind of a quiet day because it's just me and Matt.
Hey.
Simon has again not shown up, and we didn't have a guest this week, but
We did, but they backed out. You know who you are.
Yeah. We obviously have the coolest people here now, though.
Yeah, no, I think this will be good. It's like a one-on-one.
Yeah, exactly. So like every week, we're gonna start off with news, I guess.
Ooh, news.
Oh my!
Should we do the Power Rangers news first?
Yeah, let's do it. Even though
Alright,
that's
well,
kind of like
I totally forgot to pull it up, but yeah, there's really not much going on in the world of Power Rangers right now.
What are you saying? Didn't you look at all the Twitter stuff?
Couple things. I'm getting to that. We got pictures of Gokai Silver, aka the Silver Megaforce Ranger.
Yes, Super Megaforce Ranger. What would he be? I'm confused.
I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to wait till it airs. But he's on set with the Megaforce Rangers in the Go-Sager suits, which is kind of cool. It's giving off a little MMPR Season 2 vibe that I'm digging.
Yeah.
We also got a picture recently of the cape that Andros wore in the first episode that he was in, and that he wore Forever Red.
Yeah, Forever Red.
Yeah. Also, a bit of fun stuff, possibly hinting at a return. Jason Font, who plays Wes and Alex in Time Force, posted a Facebook status saying, "Gonna miss LA next month, looking like Detroit to Vegas to New Zealand, living out of a hotel."
I wonder whether he did that on purpose, or that people actually that he actually forgot that people might actually draw conclusions from that.
Oh, well, I mean, I only see one reason for him going to New Zealand, and that's
obviously, but
film Power Rangers.
I don't know whether he realized people read so much into it.
Who knows? I guess time will tell.
Anyway, it does seem like it's going to be like a major season of nostalgia and people coming back and reunions and stuff.
I hope so. I hope they do it right.
Yeah, it does look like it. Although you've always got people who think that pirates shouldn't happen.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see how it all plays out. There's another thing going on. I'm sure you've heard of it by now. That Megaforce is on a very long hiatus, very long and unannounced hiatus. I don't think we're getting new episodes until...
Wasn't it announced? I thought it was
August, I think.
I thought it was kind of known that it wouldn't be there for a while.
Well, let me find the thing. I should have done this before we started.
Nice and prepared, Matt. Jesus.
We're getting reruns until May 19th.
Is that? I mean, I'm not in the US, so is that reruns of Megaforce or of something else?
Megaforce.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you don't. You're not in the US. Yes, they're taking 5 weeks to rerun the 9 existing episodes of Megaforce.
Right.
The thing is that they haven't I don't think they've said yet if they're going to air new episodes after that, or if the episode after. Because May 18th and 19th, they're rerunning episodes 1 and 2. And they don't know if that's the start of another 5-week rerun cycle. Because if that is, that's 10 weeks of a hiatus. June 22nd, likely the next date of a return.
Yeah, but they wouldn't, start something in June or July, would they? I mean, that's holiday season.
See, and then Burgundy Ranger brought up the fact that August is the anniversary month of Megaforce, and that there's nothing on the schedule yet to celebrate that. But I mean, that would be a fitting way to air the remaining episodes. Would be to start in August, I feel.
Yeah. Well, it would be cool. I mean, to see what they would do with August, or maybe they just do reruns then and start in September.
But I mean, that's a friggin' long hiatus. And
yeah, I guess so.
I know
but,
a lot of people are pissed about that because.
But in the end, it's 24 episodes a year anyway. Does that really matter when it's in the year? I mean, if I look at, I watch Game of Thrones, and with that, I'm kind of annoyed when, after 10 episodes, so 10 weeks, you have to wait for another year.
Right, I watched Doctor Who, and it's the same exact thing. We got, from, like, September to October, we got 5 new episodes. Then, like, a 2-month-long break, and then we got the Christmas special. And we had another, like, 2-month-long break, and then finally in March, episodes started airing again.
Yeah, but the thing would be with this is in one season wouldn't last just like 24 episodes, so that's like 5 months or something, 6.
Yeah.
No, 5. I think it's closer. So you have got 5 months of episodes, and then it's like, well, tough luck, bitches. You don't get anything for 7 months. Now it's more like you start out, you get a few episodes for a few months, then a few months you don't have anything, and then you start back up again. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I think it works better because, it's more spread out.
Well, I mean, I just hope that if Nickelodeon, if they don't acknowledge the 20th year anniversary of Power Rangers in some way, shape, or form, I'm gonna have to quote Burgundy Ranger on this. If Nickelodeon can't step it up, then Saban Brands needs to get out.
But
and
why?
I mean, that they need to find. What?
Do you know anything about how well it's the ratings are at the moment for it? I don't know.
Oh, you mean Megaforce?
Yeah.
I saw something a couple weeks ago. Each episode has a steady million.
Okay. And what does that compare to when Power Rangers was at its peak?
Oh God! Well, at its peak in the '90s, I don't think ratings will ever get that well again.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I don't know the exact figures, but I do know that when I think it was either Samurai or Super Samurai started, the viewings were in like the 2 million range.
Okay. Well, the thing is that I kind of think that it really depends on how well the series is doing, especially compared to their other shows. I mean, if it's like a minor show, why the hell would they, pull out all stop just because it's 20 years old?
Well, I think Nickelodeon should consider themselves lucky that they have Power Rangers.
Why? They pulled it out of the dirt.
Because when you have a show that's gone on for 20 years, obviously they're doing something right.
Yeah, they keep pulling it out of the dirt. I mean, it's not going great with Power Rangers, I don't feel. I mean, I like watching it, but I don't feel that it's got a very broad audience.
It does. It's got a very broad audience. It's got
it's not the hit that it was.
Well, no, and it probably will never will be.
No, exactly. So I can see why they wouldn't pay as much attention to it. Because in the end,
well,
I mean, I'm glad that it's back on, but
But again, going back to it's the fucking anniversary year. You think they would be paying a little bit more attention to it? Just a little bit.
Well, I don't know. Do you remember seeing other anniversaries on Nick? Because I don't. I mean, sure. Nick in the Netherlands is totally
fairly
different.
positive they had a big one for SpongeBob.
Well, but SpongeBob is a big hit.
Oh, I don't know, man.
We'll see, but I just think people have too high expectations for this because,
well,
it's just a show for them.
I know that, but still, it would be nice to have something for the anniversary, some kind of So kind of marathon at least on the day of the airing marathon, which is August 28th.
Maybe. It kind of depends on whether they think they could actually get extra money for making it big an anniversary thing, because that's in the end all what it turns down to.
Oh yeah, there's 30-minute toy commercials.
Yeah. And if it's toy commercials for stuff that's not in the shops.
Fucking Power Rangers, man. I'm done. I'm done. That's all for SpandexCast this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, actually,
I'm
there's
out.
also news on the Super Sentai front, because with Kyoryujo we've seen some toy catalog things.
Basically, everything we told you last week ended up being true.
Yeah, we got pictures from Plazuo.
Plezio, I don't know. We'll have to wait till they fucking pronounce that.
Yeah,
try to attempt it.
And Red's Carnival form, which, by the way, looks awful. Have you seen?
Yeah, I'm not sure which I dislike more, that or Gokai Gold's Gold Mode, because that was ugly as fuck too. Still not sure on which one I completely despise.
But yeah, it's just that I really don't like having eyes on places where they don't belong. I mean, I hate. Have you ever seen monsters like the Beholder type, where it's just a big ball of eyes floating?
I don't think so.
Well, I hate those monsters because they're all eyes. Well, this guy has eyes.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about like Power Rangers monsters?
No, just monsters in like games or whatever. You know? You've got
no,
floating,
not really.
fleshy things that are mostly eyes with the eyes on sticks and eyes everywhere. But this guy has got eyes on his shoulders, which is bad enough.
I mean, I can see why they did it. It looks like fucking.
It looks like
it's
being
Drex,
eaten
but
in the chest. It doesn't look good, I feel.
yeah, no, I can agree with that. I would have expected something a little bit better.
Anyway, with the last bit of news is that, well, we actually talked about that last time as well, is that we're now part of RV as a partner, so we have our own section over there, and you can, see our episodes there, give suggestions for episodes we review in this hiatus, and sign up for being a guest on here and everything. Although all that you can also do on the other sites as well, but there we have a special section.
And RV is Ranger Vision for those of you who don't know. RangerVision.com.
Yeah, go
kind of
there.
where we all met and started.
They've been nice to us, so yeah.
They are, and I'm on
give
staff
a
there
shout
too.
out.
So if you ever need to get yourself out of a pinch on there, maybe I can help you for some money.
Yeah, I mean, Matt's a good person.
I try.
So let's move on to episode discussion. Let's do Power Rangers last. So let's start with Kyoryu 9 and 10.
Yay!
Oh, what's that called? Quests or something?
I don't know. Let me.
Anyway, 9 and 10 were all about Kyoryu Gold and his Terra Gordon or something?
Terra Gordon, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. I think it's more like Godin, but it kind of depends, I think, on how the translators hear it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first episode was kind of the build-up to revealing Kyoryu Gold.
Yeah.
I mean, we found out that that Do Gold turned out to be only the armor.
Yeah, it's like an enchanted piece of armor that swallows up people.
Yeah.
I guess.
It kind of reminded of actually the last time there was a dinosaur Sentai, which was Abarenja. There was the guy that became Zeltrax or something in Power Rangers. That was actually just a cursed suit that made the wearer evil.
Really?
Yeah, and it went from one guy to another. I mean, actually, the one who played Abarebrak, that character, actually wore it first, and he somehow got free. I forget how now, but yeah, and then he
So then they just turned it into a cyborg in Dino Thunder.
yeah, They were like, well, fuck
Smitty.
this. Yeah, Dino Thunder did more stuff like that. I mean, in Abaranger you had Abarakira, who was like evil for most of the season and was really, really awesome.
Uh-huh.
And
I've
yeah,
never
they
seen
became that became the White Ranger, and they were like, well, he's got to be good, so they turned him good. And then it was like, well, but we still got a lot of footage with Abarakira trying to kill them. So, you know what? We make a clone.
Yep.
That's what happened. That's where the clone came from, people.
Interesting tidbit there.
Yeah, but let's return to Kyoryu. I mean, yeah, what I found weird about the second episode, especially of the two, was that you know, they have those two locked up there, and they only tied them down, basically. And apparently that was very easy to take off. And I was like, well, she uses her feet in the end. But, I mean, if she wasn't so freaking handy with her feet, she could have just used her mouth, I think. Or was it poisonous?
Yeah, it looked like, okay, because if you look at their foot soldiers, and then you look at the stuff that they were tied up to, it has the same, like, type of pattern on it with the, where it's white. It's like a cream white color, and then it's got little green circles or whatever around it.
Yeah.
So you're right, it might have been. That's a good theory thing.
But still, it seems like it's very flawed to, you know, tie them down like that.
Yeah, no.
And then you notice that, you know, that general, that Dogold, is actually, you know, getting very, very weak, and no one notices. I mean, sometimes he just tears his face off because.
But I like those scenes where I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce Kyoryu Gold's name, where he tries to overcome it and like is remembering who he is and is trying to fight it off. I love those scenes.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of great, but they just it felt like, you know, the idea is great. You got all this build up, and you know, even the stuff they did was in a way kind of cool, but they didn't execute it too well because yeah, then they can get themselves free, and it turns out that they actually get hold of their gun and their battery. That you're like, why didn't you take that from them? I mean, that's an easy thing to do. I mean, that's just failed safe. Because then you're sure that if they manage to escape, they still don't have their morphine capabilities.
Yeah.
So yeah, that seems kind of foolish. And then you've got Black and Blue, who are, I don't know what they were doing. They were at the beach, and Blue was using one of the batteries that turned him into, like, I don't know, a big beach ball.
What was the point of that?
Turn him into Kyoryu Cyan. I don't know.
Did he use the wrong battery?
No, I think they were trying to figure out ways to attack the Pteragodon. Because in the end they found one where they where it stretches the neck of Gautera. So yeah, I think that was the intent, but that one scene, it was like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I kind of enjoyed that though. That was pretty fun.
But it's like
just watching him go up and down, up and down.
Your teammates are captured, and you don't know what they're doing to them, and you're like, well, let's go to the beach and try out some batteries.
I wonder how they're going to incorporate those in when they do the Power Rangers adaptation to it.
Yeah, you gotta wonder. I mean, maybe they just shoot some extra footage for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, if we get a scene where the Blue Ranger turns into a huge ball, you know what it reminded me of? Reminded me of the bitch from Willy Wonka who she ate the shit and then she turned into like a blueberry or whatever.
Yeah.
That reminded me of that. But if I really hope they do that to the Blue Ranger.
Was that in a newer movie with Johnny Depp as well?
Yeah.
Because I just remembered the old one very well because I watched it. I don't know how many times as a kid.
Yeah, they did it in the new one as well.
Anyway, yeah, and then it's like they fight like all the generals of the Empire. I mean, it was just the guy who's taking lead while that carrot fetus is gathering its strength. all but that guy were there, and they were all beaten one-on-one, not even by the Red Ranger, or by Kyoryu Red, but by the other Kyoryugers. One-on-one. And it's like, what the hell are these generals? They are supposed to be strong. They're generals.
Please, as if anyone can take them seriously, especially fucking Candelila and Lucky Hero, although I love those two.
Yeah, but that's true. But even in the past, they've had goofy generals that turn out to be pretty strong. They could still at the first half of the season take them on.
Well, they can still fight.
They can fight, but they lost one-on-one from Kyoryugers. And not even Kyoryu Red, who is supposed to be extra strong because he's red. Or
that's because the good guys always come out on top.
Yeah, but it just reminds me, when I was watching Go Onger, there was one episode where I think that was one of the last where they actually took on the enemy empire, and that was not even 1-on-1. I think it was like 2-on-1, and they did beat them.
Well, thanks for spoiling it for me. I'm watching Go Onger right now.
There you go. But
I'm just kidding. I probably won't even remember that.
But yeah, it's just like, and there was goofy ones as well, and they were tough, and they needed many episodes of getting stronger before they could beat them, and now it's like, episode 10, we are gonna throw all this shit against you, and it doesn't do you anything.
Well, look at Rito Revolto. He was like from the get-go, he was a comedy relief character, but yet his first battle, he destroys the Thunder Zords.
Yeah, but that's the thing with this. I mean, they just all lost, all of them.
That was his shining moment. His fucking debut episode was destroying the Thunder Zords, and then from there on, nothing but comedy relief. Nothing.
Yep.
Oh well, it's Sentai.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, we already have Kyoryu Gold now, and it's only episode 10. I can't help but feel that there has to be one extra ranger more that comes along during the way that actually stays on, Kyoryu Saijan or whatever.
Yeah.
There has to be another one that becomes part of the team. It has to be.
I got the colors figured out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go. The rest are gonna go gray for the Bunpaki.
Couldn't it be silver?
So yeah, silver is gonna be the number 10 for the Brachio.
Right. So maybe that one gets added.
Yeah, because one of the rumors for that is that Kyoryu Silver is Daigo's son from the future. So I don't know if he would actually stay around or
would he be called
Prince? But I feel like if we're gonna get any of them stick around, I hope it's the purple one or Kyoryu Violet, whatever they're gonna call it, and I hope it's a girl because we need some more females on that team.
Yeah, but yeah, it might be because her Zord would be pretty big then, right? Because that would be that Tobaspino.
No, Violet is Plesion.
Oh right. Well, yeah. We'll
Tobaspino and Kyoryu Navy are gonna be movie exclusives, I think.
Oh right.
And I have a theory in my head that Navy's gonna be Torin because he is primarily Navy.
Well, yeah, but then his mecha doesn't really make sense to the fact that he's a bird.
I know, which is why I kind of wish they would have went that route with him for being Kyoryu Gold.
Apparently it does, connect with Ankilo for the...
Ankidon, you mean?
Yeah, for becoming a...
Are we talking about Plesion?
No.
Yeah, Tobaspino.
And another, but I can't see...
Combines with Bunpaki and Ankidon.
Oh, right. So, yeah...
But yeah, I think
we'll see, but I just feel that this can't be the last one to join the team. It can't be. Even, and I'm not talking about those spirits because they are just, sort of there. But I mean an actual member. Has to be.
You know what I was thinking to myself? You know how there's some people are kind of weirded out by the absence of a Yellow Ranger.
Yeah.
I feel like the color of Gold's suit and Gold's the color of Terragodon, it kind of almost looks yellow when you like. There's some pictures where his suit kind of looks like it's yellow, and
Well, but yellow has always been a bit, bright, shiny, sparkly.
right.
If you have got bright, sparkly, yellow, you've got gold. I feel.
Yeah, I think it works.
So yeah, and you do bring up a good point though, because basically because they chose to not have a yellow, gold fits better into the team, because if there is a yellow, it kind of they're kind of very similar,
Yeah, I can feel that.
As we saw in Go Under and Go Buster, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Go Busters, like even Beat Buster, his suit isn't that shiny.
Yeah.
It's more. It's got more.
It's
of like
more like good grayish, yellow, orange.
It's got like the gold in his suit has like almost like a brownish tint to it.
Yeah. But still, I mean, it's very close to yellow.
Yeah. Same for Go On Gold / RPM Gold. The suit was not as shiny. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I noticed for the Kyoryuja. So let's move on to Power Rangers. This week we actually reviewed an old episode, which was, I think it's episode 7 of Lightspeed Rescue. Anyway, it was Cyborg Rangers.
As suggested by Question over at Ranger Vision.
Despite us, I'm sure.
No, he what did he refer to it? I think he said it was like the best 30 minutes of Power Rangers ever.
Well, it can't be that he actually believes that.
I don't know. I liked it because it's, to my knowledge, the first time that any Ranger team has, like, all of them been relieved of their duties. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean,
I
they've had episodes like that in the past. Like that one with the Nightmare Ball thing, where they dreamt they were demoted by Zordon.
Oh, but that doesn't count. This is like actually happening.
Yeah, but
But I like it because it's basically like, okay, we have these cyborgs that are more powerful than you. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, but it was weird though. It was like they come in, they are 10 times more powerful than you guys. Then later on they turn evil, and they have a kind of, reversed evil ranger thing going on, where they're suddenly weaker than the original rangers.
Well, it's because it's like Miss Fairweather said, their circuitry got fried.
Yeah, maybe. It's just that, when you've got an evil ranger, he beats all 5 rangers, and then he joins the team, and it's like he's just as incompetent as the rest of us.
I do like that line of, these rangers have something that the others don't. And what would that be? A heart. And then she just walks out. She's pissed.
Yeah, but it felt like, their big asset is a heart. I mean, I'm like, that doesn't seem like a real thing that's so much better. On top of that, those Cyborg Rangers did have a heart, and it was stamped on top of their chest, and was their weak point.
That wasn't a real heart, though.
It looked like a heart, and it wasn't a good thing. They've got heart. Yeah, look how that turned out.
What do you think of the design of the Cyborg Rangers?
They reminded me a little bit of, Masked Rider. With, although, I don't know, did they actually have 2 antennas? Either way, it was, like, protruding from their forehead, so it looked like...
I think they only had 1.
But it still reminded me of Masked Rider, because he had that as well. Dex from the first episode of season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So yeah, I in the end I didn't think it was such a good episode. And then they were fighting with the Cyborg Rangers, and then I don't remember who said it, but he said it's like kicking a steel door. Yeah, you're kicking a robot, you moron.
If I was gonna, I don't remember who said that, but I'm gonna guess it's Joel because that seems like something he would say.
Ah, man. It was so stupid. And like I said, I mean, they were supposed to be 10 times stronger. I can see that maybe their programming doesn't work very well if they're, because they've got those antennas. I'm sure they're in contact somehow. So if they turn evil, maybe they don't have that backup of,
Because
getting
they
instruction.
had the guy from Lightspeed, who was like remote controlling them.
Yeah, and then you've got this Hitler Stalin guy who controls it all. Man. Yeah, I just felt that it wasn't very good.
Well, contrary to Rage things, I thought it was a pretty good episode for the season that it was in. Because I'm not a big fan of Lightspeed overall. I really do. I love rescue themed Sentai. I like the Zords, the rescue Zords from Turbo, and all the Zords from Lightspeed Rescue. I thought were badass.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you look at the Silver Overdrive powers, those were cool as well.
Yeah, and I really hope whether it's next Sentai or the Sentai after that, sometime in the future, I would like to see another rescue themed Sentai, kind of on the lines of the Tomoka Rescue Hero.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's actually tokusatsu about that. There's 2 seasons. Each season has totally different powers. Well, you can watch it. I mean, if you like rescue stuff.
I watched the first episode. It seems like too little kiddish, but I enjoyed the.
Did you watch Rescue Force or Rescue Fire?
The first, whichever came first.
Yeah, I didn't watch Rescue Force. But I've seen the first bits of Rescue Fire, and the first few episodes seem kind of cool.
It's a nice
and
concept.
It's totally. It seems totally disconnected from Rescue Force, so you can totally watch that separate. So yeah.
It's a good concept, but I didn't like how they executed it. It seemed too little kiddish. And I know I shouldn't be saying that because of watching Kyoryuger, for goodness sake, but.
Well, but they put stuff in there that works.
The writing, I think it was the writing, or maybe the subs, but I don't know. It didn't. Like I said, the concept appealed to me, but it's not something I'd watch.
Yeah, so
but I do hope they do that for Sentai soon again.
We did talk last week about Zordon and how we were confused about how he was, encountered to destruction, was destroyed and had that Z-wave, even though the tube was always a communicator thing from the time warp.
Yeah.
I did some research on it, which means I went to the Wikia.
And of course.
And it turns out that, midway Turbo, he kind of disappeared, you remember? He went to Altar.
Yeah, he left the fucking tube.
Yeah, well, what actually happened is that the tube was still a communicator from the time warp, but in the time warp there was what did they call it again? A temporary wormhole, and that took him back to Altar, basically. So it got him out of the. It got him out of the
tube at Altar.
No, I think that he basically in the time warp where he was in, there was some kind of fluctuation or whatever that got him able to get out, but the only way out was to Altar. So not only did he, because he left, he wasn't in contact with the tube anymore. He also was all the way across the universe or to wherever Altar is.
Yeah.
So, and there he got captured and put into an energy tube, which is something different. It looks the same, but it's something different. And there they poured magma in, apparently. They had the magma
that was going to kill him.
Yeah. And then Andros...
I don't get on this topic.
Well, it was just that because last week we were so confused about it that I thought that, we should get back to it.
Last week, you mean 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Power Rangers, good times.
Yeah. So actually the worst story that it wasn't a plot hole. It was a wormhole. Almost the same thing.
Fuck plot holes. We're going with wormhole. Final answer.
That's what we're gonna use forever now. It
Oh
isn't
my
a plot hole,
God,
it's a wormhole.
That's the best quote ever. It's not a plot hole. It's a wormhole.
And it works.
So many holes.
That's what he said about her.
That should be our new motto. SpandexCast. So many holes.
Assholes.
Simon.
Hey.
Oh, I'm kidding. Simon's not an asshole.
No.
You are. Well, he is kind of an asshole for not showing up to record.
Yeah, but we'll only call him an asshole when he's there to defend.
Even after he was on yesterday, and we reminded him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there."
Yeah, I want to host it.
Yeah, he's been trying to host this thing for 2 weeks now.
Yep.
3 weeks, I guess, with no avail. But you gotta show up to host.
Yeah. That's kind of So yeah, I guess we're done actually.
Yay.
Yeah. So yeah, we're still looking for. I think we've got a few episodes suggested, but we're still looking for more episodes that you could suggest, and we're looking for guests as well. So get on it. Post us messages on wherever you can find us. You can find
Ranger
us on
Crew, Ranger Vision.
Yeah, Ranger Talk as well.
Oh, are we on Ranger Talk now?
Yeah, they made me a super mod there just to post a thread.
Oh, that was nice.
And yeah, you can PM us on all those places. You can PM us on YouTube and on the Twitter and on everywhere. And do remember to subscribe and favorite and like and all that junk.
That really helps us out.
Yeah, it does.
And you know what? Tell friends about us.
Yeah.
Like you got friends who like Power Rangers. Be like, hey, listen to these cool dudes talk about it.
Yeah, and if you got friends that don't like Power Rangers, don't tell them because that's not really useful.
Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't be too interested in that.
No. Anyway, so yeah, we look forward to your episode suggestions and see you next week. Hopefully.
Peace out, folks.
Cheerio.